All right, everybody, welcome back into another edition of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics. We're here with Coach Smith, going to talk a little girls basketball. And Coach, we've got a million things going on right now. You know, you and I just talked off the camera. You got to get in all your area play by Monday. You're smack dab in the middle of another snowstorm bearing down. We just had one go by, and then you're sitting here right here in the county tournament. So just kind of catch everybody up with what all we got going on here with the program.
Yeah, so in the last week with the snowstorm, had a game canceled, picked up a game, ended up picking up Spring Garden, playing Ace Austin, and Spring Garden in an awesome game at Spring Garden. It was an awesome atmosphere. If you've never been there, that is a must go-to gym. So if the Spring Garden Panthers call you to play, ask to play at their place. It's an awesome atmosphere.
It's got a parquet floor, kind of like the old Austin Garden.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of unique over there.
Oh yeah. It's I say it's the closest thing to Hoosiers that you can get around here.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Oh yeah. You know, and then now we're looking at another snowstorm and having to fit in. We're finishing the county tournament up this week, and then get back into the last few games of area play coming up next week. Which it looks like it could be right in the middle of the second winter weather deal that we've got going. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're kind of up in the air. You know, we figure we're going to have to move some games and get some things done to be able to get both of those in before the deadline of that. I think it's that next Monday's that deadline. So that's where we're at now. Got a semifinal game in the county tournament tonight. So a lot of good basketball.
Coach, I got to watch you guys play the other day. Got pictures of you guys against West End. You got Leah Lewis back. Some people knew that was coming. Some people didn't know that was coming. But inside the walls here at Southside, how important was that, whether she scored a point or not, to see her back out there, just from a moral standpoint, and the players seeing her back out there and going to battle? How awesome was that?
Well, it couldn't be bigger. You know, off camera during our last interview, that was the big question. You know, we had talked about it. You knew, because as soon as our interview was over, a couple of the boys basketball players came in and said, "Coach, we hearing that Leah's back?" And, you know, we were trying to keep it a little bit of a secret. And it's one of those that we were hoping to get her in a few minutes here and a few minutes there, and hopefully she'll be able to play some minutes for us come, you know, area play and area tournament. So it was just truly awesome, because again, same time we had another player go down with an ACL injury. We had another player again go down 2 days ago with another ACL injury. So I didn't know if you knew that.
I heard, but I didn't want to bring it up. I don't ever bring up injuries because A, we're not supposed to, and B, you know, I'm getting sick of hearing it here.
Yes,
that's one thing I am getting sick of.
It is making me rethink everything. Like I'm checking out our.
Coach Smith.
Yes, ma'am.
Room. Or is this the right room?
Yes.
Hey, can I see Alexis Gillen?
Buzz over to Coach Knight. I'm doing an interview with Average Joe's.
Oh, sure will. Okay, bye.
All right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
People knows we're at school today. We're good.
Yes. So trying to keep it a little bit of a secret, but for our girls, it was just like we've had so much adversity that to get a little bit of good news was, I think it meant the world. It meant the world to me, you know, because again, like I said, I'm rethinking everything, from how we practice to what we do in the weight room to what we're going to do this summer. You know, are we doing what we're supposed to do? I'm calling strength and conditioning coaches, you know, getting with our athletic trainers to make sure that we're putting our athletes in the best position, because I've never dealt with anything like this in my career. So
I've got a tidbit for you.
Using this time during your Panther period today to be voting for Who's Who. You can go to your election runner email and you can vote in the Who's Who election during Panther period today if you choose to do so. And it will be the Who's Who final vote tally. So you can take part in that. today during Panther period. Also, students, if you have not finished, not completed your STAR testing, you can also use Panther period to do that as well today. STAR reading and STAR math must be completed by tomorrow. So make sure that if you have not completed those tests, that you're working on that during Panther today. And also, you can be voting for Who's Who today during your Panther period. So let's utilize our Panther period time today. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so I got a theory on it. Well, it's not a theory, it's a fact. So Eric Sparks and I are really close, and we had him on for segment when we used to host over there. Football teams would go host at Sparks every Monday night, and we'd bring him on for segments. Talk about different injuries, how to relate to them, what's the signs of them, what's the recovery like, what to expect from them, what causes them, just sports-related injuries from an orthopedic doctor's standpoint, and it was great. And we started talking about ACLs, and this is what he said. He said, Bo, when you were a kid, how did you get to wherever you went?
Rode a bike.
Rode a bike. He said, okay, Bo, when you were in high school, how many people went down with ACL surgeries?
1 or 2.
Ever. He said, my point to that's this. He said, when you're doing that, riding that bike, it strengthens everything around there. And he said, when you start at a young age like that, that's the only way we had it, that was our transportation.
Yep.
He said, kids don't run no more. They definitely ain't riding bikes. But he said, you never seen ACL surgeries, ACL anything. He said, because it strengthens everything around there. Now, yeah, they're big and fast and strong, but that's a whole different group of things working together to protect that ACL. And I was like, he makes a lot of sense.
Yep. It's funny you say that. I actually got on and was starting to price stationary bikes.
Yeah, no, seriously. It should be mandatory.
Yes. So I'm hoping over the off season to get a few stationary bikes in to have during practice and during the off season. And
he said, because what it does is it strengthens everything around it that protects it.
Yep.
Everything.
At this point, I will do anything.
Yep. I've got another tidbit I can tell you when we get off here,
yeah.
But it's about something else. Anyways, diving into tonight,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're playing a very tough Hoax Bluff team. Mm-hmm. They're kind of in a similar boat with you without the injuries, but they have a young team, but they're really good. They got some really good players, Talk about this Hoax Bluff team and the challenges they present for you.
So, number one, this group of girls at Hoax Bluff have been playing like they've been playing even younger than we were, and they went through their growing process over the last 2 years as a basketball team. And what you're starting to see this year is that group of girls are now turning into 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, and this is their second or third year playing at the varsity level. Mm-hmm. And it's really starting to show. Number one, their confidence level is through the roof. Their style of play is a little bit different than what we see at the 5 and 6A level. I think we've played 2 teams all year that have run a 2-3 zone against us. Now, in the last few years, we would see it, we saw it a pretty good bit, but this year, playing a 5 and a 6A schedule, Hoax Bluff and one other school is the only ones that have run a 2-3. So it's a little bit different style of play for us. And it works really well for them. And obviously it gave us a little bit of trouble, when we played them the first time. So we're looking forward to this matchup tonight to hopefully show how we've improved as the season has gone. Because, we played them the first week of maybe the second week of the season, and I'm sure, I know that Hoax Bluff has improved, so I'm expecting another, just battle.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight.
It's the good old-fashioned Etowah County girls battle right here. It's 2 rivalries in the girls side of things. Yep. Not to say that it ain't in the boys, but in the girls it absolutely is.
Well, and I've been around Etowah County basketball for a long time, from playing to early coaching, and now I'm a head coach. And I think this year is going to be the most competitive girls side of the bracket that we've probably had since the early to mid 2000s.
In this county tournament?
Yes.
Absolutely. There ain't even no question about that.
You know,
I agree with that 100%.
You look at Sardis. Sardis has a perfect county record, so they're the obvious one, but everybody else has beaten up on each other, and teams are playing Sardis competitively. Yep. So it's for the first time. It's been a 2-horse race for the last few years at least, but it's no longer a 2-horse race, and it makes for a better tournament. It makes for an exciting tournament. I went and watched the semifinal game last night, and the gym was packed for both the varsity girls and the varsity boys games.
The atmosphere's there.
Because the boys is also as competitive as it's been. There are legitimately 5 teams that could easily win that tournament out of the 6. And that makes for just an awesome week, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Right, 100%. That atmosphere's been there all week. I've got to go a couple of days, and last night I had to break away and hit the cab because we're down to 2 people, me and Josh, and covering the whole state, so we're running on fumes right now. But no, it's been there, and I promise you tonight it's going to be even more.
Yep.
But Coach, before we shut it down, I've got to get out of here and travel a long, long way from here. Just final thoughts on everything.
Listen, tonight will be a great night if you're thinking about wanting to get out and try to find a good place to watch some basketball. If you're just a casual basketball fan, like you drive up to Sardis and come watch the teams that are playing tonight, and I can promise you that you won't be disappointed. I think it's going to be 2 knockdown, drag-out basketball games. I don't think it's going to be a blowout either side, either way. I think we'll have 2 fourth-quarter ball games that are going to be good quality basketball. So if there's any final thoughts I've got, come and watch these 4 teams that are going to play tonight and see the hard work that they've put in, and see a good product of basketball going to be put on the floor tonight.
Coach, appreciate you sitting in with us so much. God willing, we'll be back here next week with another episode of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics. Thank you.
Thank you.